I'm staying for 2 nights straight. But now I'm bored from having soared too much, now I can't wait. Feel the ground off that boat down is filling me with glee. Seems so far to drive my car.
Hello, I'm Bruce Macdonald on behalf of the New Zealand Gundog Trial Association. We've made this DVD to give you an insight into what we do. Gundog trialling is a fantastic sport. It has been going in New Zealand since 1936, and in 2011 we celebrate our 75th Jubilee. Gundogs have two major functions. They have to find, flush, or if they're pointers and setters, they have to point or set game. And two, they have to retrieve dead game. So Gundog competitions have evolved around those two major functions, and that's what we test. Gundog clubs are located in nearly every area of New Zealand. There's a list of contacts at the end of this DVD. If you've got a young Gundog or about to purchase a Gundog puppy, I'd recommend you contact one of these local clubs. The members have a wealth of experience and will be only too happy to help you along the path to training your dog. I hope you enjoy our presentation. Get up! So, why train your dog to work with a hunter? What are the advantages of having a trained Gundog? Well, for me there are four main advantages. First of all, Gundogs have been selectively bred especially to hunt game. After so many generations, it is hardwired into their genetic makeup. I think it makes sense as a hunter to ensure that all my equipment is in the best condition to do the job. Having a dog that is fit, trained and ready for action is important to me. I do go hunting over my dogs, but there are lots of dog owners out there who don't. Gundog trialling is a sport which offers dogs and owners a chance to develop the dog's fitness and natural instincts in a positive way, whether the owner is a hunter or not. Secondly, spending time in the outdoors working with your dog is healthy and fun for both you and the dog. As a handler, age and gender are irrelevant in dog training and trialling. Having and training a dog is a wonderful way to make new friends. Thirdly, your dog is a member of your family. You need your dog to be safe with adults, children and visitors. A trained dog can be trusted. Fourthly, having a trained Gundog means that hunting trips are more productive, with more game retrieved than lost, so we reach bag limits earlier and game conservation is enhanced. Now we're going to give you some examples of what we do in our club and championship competitions, and you'll be introduced to the dogs and their handlers and you'll see them in action. I'd like to introduce Lex Ross. Lex has been a member of various Gundog clubs over the last 50 years. He's a life member of the New Zealand Gundog Trial Association and the Otago Gundog Club. He's a retired star judge and he's trained a variety of breeds and been very successful and made some of them up into champions and some of them all the way to Grand Field Trial champions. And he is going to provide expert comments. While they're in the air, I'll tell you when to send the dog. This is Peter Southey. He has a very good Chesapeake Bay retriever called Bay Dog Westland Storm, and he's made him up into a field trial champion. Lex, perhaps you'd like to explain control around the peg.
Well, control around the peg is very important because in my experience in both trialling and judging, a lot of trials are won and lost simply at that point. That walk up there was very efficient.
Okay, Pete sent his dog. The dog is supposed to go on a straight line out and straight line back. Let's watch how he goes. What do you think of that for a line, Lex?
Well, it's a pretty good line, straight onto the bird, and he's making a good return. Veering off slightly there, but he's still got his head in the right direction and he's coming up.
That delivery is pretty efficient.
Yeah, there's a little bit of movement of the bird there that wasn't necessary, but wasn't bad.
He seems to have taken a really nice line in the water here, Lex.
Yes, he's making a good line right out here again. It should be just about on the bird. Yeah.
You can tell he's got some scent of it.
There he is, he's got it.
Okay, coming back, what are you looking for?
Again, a straight line, pace at least equal to the way he went out. A good line to that point, but again, he's veering away.
You don't think the current in the river would have much to do with that?
I don't think there's that amount of current there. He's a big, strong dog. I'm not sure what is pulling him that way, but it has, and it will cost, no doubt.
That last delivery was pretty good. All in all, Lex?
A good presentation and a good delivery. All in all, a pretty good run.
This is Ken Cochran. He has a 2-year-old Labrador bitch called Black Beauty of Greybanks, which he calls Bess. It's just a young bitch starting on her trialling career. Lex, talk us through what you see in this trial.
Well, the walk-up is typical of a young dog, very keen to go. And away like a rocket. Again, typical of a young dog, inclined to be over exuberant, run out, run round, and she should come onto that bird fairly soon. There we are. A roundabout retrieve. But plenty of energy. A reasonable delivery and a good line out again. In fact, a very good line, just off to one side but spun into the wind and picked that bird up nicely. Taking a good line back. And a bit exuberant with the presentation, but remember, only a young dog.